Greetings, pilots! This time we will be talking about upgrading your ships, which of their specs are enhanceable, which resources are required for that, and where to get them. Let's start with the specs. Any ship in your fleet can be upgraded in several ways, and each of those will increase its power on the battlefield. You can upgrade a ship's overall stats, its level, star rating, and special Neodium enhancement that requires this precious resource. You can also upgrade specific components of your ship that increase the efficiency of separate aspects, the ship's active module, auto attack, protection, and passive ability. So let's dive into each of those improvements one by one. The star rating is the best way to judge a ship's overall strength, and for many ships, improving it is the best way to make them truly shine. Some of the ships you unlock will only have 1 star. Others may already have 2 or 3. But the rule of thumb is that the more stars a ship has, the more efficient all of its aspects are. You can improve this parameter by 1 point of a star at a time, so you can get a full new star every 5 consequent upgrades. Each one of them requires some credits plus a certain number of blueprints for that ship. For example, 20 for each upgrade between 3 and 4 stars, and 30 to get them from 4 to 5 stars. And of course, the more stars the ship has, the more credits you need to upgrade it further. For instance, adding the final point of the 5th star will cost you no less than 500,000 credits, which is a lot for a beginner pilot, so try planning your spendings and not making any rushed purchases if you intend on investing into something like this. After you upgrade to 5 full yellow stars, you will be able to add more of them. First, red stars, and then white ones, available in the workshop, which we will cover in one of our next videos. All you need to know for now is that you will need more blueprints for that, so it's always nice to have some in stock. You can get blueprints from any type of containers, as well as for winning in Arena and Portal, or for scoring high enough in the boss damage leaderboard, or by simply going through your battle pass. They're also available in various shops, including trader ships in the first 4 episodes of campaign, and you can also get them by completing elite and heroic missions in the same campaign. Another way to boost the performance of the whole ship at once is to upgrade it using a very rare resource called Neodium. Unlike with the stars, you don't need any credits to do so, but getting enough Neodium is very hard. Sure, you'll be earning some of it from day 1, but the most efficient way of getting it is by playing Destroyers mode, which is only unlocked at level 35. On the other hand, Neodium upgrades have no restrictions in terms of ship or player level, and they are as powerful as upgrading the star rating. So, at early stages of the game, this type of upgrade will bring you the best and quickest possible results. The third generic parameter of a ship is its level. It's limited by the pilot's own level, so it makes total sense to upgrade your favorite ships as soon as you level up yourself to get access to new equipment. A ship's level depends on the amount of experience that it gets, and the fastest way to get more is by using databanks. This resource can be obtained in various ways. You can get them in modes, and for some daily quests, or buy them from trader ships in the first 4 campaign episodes. Basically, it's easier to tell where you can't get the databanks, but at the same time, you will always have more ships to spend them on. Also, you can slowly gain experience for your ships by taking them into action. Remember that a ship's level sets the limit to its components level as well, so when you start upgrading the tech side of your ship, start with the former. After you get it up, you can dive into upgrading the components. There are 4 of them, and each one is responsible for its own thing. Active module, auto attack, protection, and passive ability. You can't have high-tech equipment without top-notch drivers though, so to upgrade these modules, you will sometimes need to upgrade your firmware for them as well. You can easily figure out which modules require a firmware upgrade. The plus sign above them will glow orange instead of green, even if you already have all the required components ready for the installation. Click it, and you will see which level of firmware you need for the upgrade to work. Also, keep in mind that any ship's passive ability only starts working after you upgrade the overall level of the ship to 8 or higher. To upgrade the firmware, you will need firmware points and a certain number of credits. But, like energy, firmware points regenerate over time, so you won't need to spend too much of them. You can also earn additional firmware points pretty easily, for example by defeating opponents in Arena or completing some tasks in other modes. As for the hardware part of the equation, you will be getting the resources for it in campaign as rewards for completing the missions. Some of them will be enough to install as is, while others will become parts of greater and more complicated contraptions. In this case, you will need to spend a few credits to assemble the final component. Finally, after installing 3 items in a single row, you can upgrade the rank of the whole module, which will open the possibility for further enhancements. At first, all the upgrades will be quite cheap, and the rarity and the amount of required resources will be low. But the better your ship gets, the more complex the next upgrades become, and the rarer are the resources that you will need to find. On the other hand, pilots have multiple ways of simplifying the upgrade process. First of all, daily completion of arena battles will get you some nice rewards, including rare resources, databanks, firmware points, and credits. A lot of items can also be obtained from regular containers. And if you open the premium or rare ones, you may find some epic or even legendary items that will come in handy soon enough. You can also get the required resources in modes and portal, as well as buy them from the trader ships throughout campaign, except for episode 5. And of course, don't hesitate to revisit the already completed campaign missions. They're always available for return, and if you get 3 stars for a mission, you can save the time and get the reward instantly by pressing the raid button. For that, you will need the same amount of energy as for the actual mission, as well as 1 merc tag per raid. These tags can be obtained in various parts of the game as well. And after all of this, there are still more ways to enhance your ships even further, in the workshop or with the help of patrons, but both of these will require a lot more time and resources, so we will talk about them some other time. Explore your way through space, upgrade your fleet, and onwards to more adventures and glory. See you in the next video.